The bond between man and animals is complex, shaped by both danger and fascination. From early survival struggles to moments of unexpected connection, these encounters reveal a world where fear, respect, and cooperation often collide. But what happens when the lines between predator and prey blur? Could man ever truly coexist with the wild without risking everything? Adorable seal catches a ride on a kayak. While a couple was out boating, the calm waters suddenly came alive. Out of nowhere, a seal appeared, its head bobbing above the surface. At first they were confused, unsure of what they wanted. As it swam closer, their worry grew. Why was it approaching them? The seal wasn't shy. It made its way toward the boat and, to their surprise, tried to climb aboard. Its first attempt was clumsy and it slipped back into the water. The couple exchanged nervous glances, hoping it would give up, but the seal was determined. After a few tries, it finally managed to hoist itself onto the boat, much to their disbelief. Once aboard, the seal's intentions became clear. It wasn't there to cause trouble. It began playfully waddling around, exploring its new surroundings. At one point, it even nudged the woman's hand gently, as if asking for attention. When she hesitated, the seal playfully tapped her with its flipper, almost like a fist bump, showing its affection in the most unexpected way. The couple couldn't help but laugh, their initial fear replaced by delight. The seal's antics were heartwarming and completely unplanned. After a while, as if sensing it had overstayed its welcome, the seal made its way to the edge of the boat. With a graceful dive, it disappeared into the water, leaving behind a memory the couple would cherish forever, a surprise visit from the sea's most charming guest. Animals can be both friendly and hostile, even when we care for the most dangerous ones like tigers or lions. Their loyalty and affection can surprise us, but their wild nature is always there. A thrilling reunion. Dean Schneider, a kind-hearted man from Switzerland, once cared for lions in Africa. Years later, he decided to travel back to see how they were doing. The journey was long, but his love for these majestic creatures made every mile worth it. When he arrived, something magical happened. The lions, who hadn't seen him for years, remembered him instantly. As soon as they saw Dean, they ran toward him with pure excitement, their tails swishing happily. But instead of pouncing on him like wild predators, they greeted him gently, one by one, as if reuniting with a long-lost friend. Each lion took its turn, wrapping Dean in a soft, warm hug, their giant paws resting on his shoulders. Their eyes sparkled with affection, showing they had never forgotten the bond they shared. Dean smiled, his heart full of joy, as he whispered to them softly. It was a moment of pure love and trust, proving that even the wildest hearts can remember kindness and friendship. For Dean, it was more than a reunion. It was a reminder that love knows no boundaries, not even between man and beast. From heartwarming friendship to moments of unexpected affection, wild animals can surprise us with their love and emotions. Sometimes, even the most peaceful animal, like an alligator, shows devotion in ways no one expected. Alligator like a dolphin's. The man stood near the water's edge, holding a small meal in his hand. The murky surface rippled as an alligator emerged, moving gracefully and without hesitation. She seemed calm, sensing no threat from the man. Her powerful presence was undeniable, yet there was a strange peace in the air. As she approached, the man gently extended the food. The alligator opened her massive jaws, taking the offering in one smooth motion. It was a sight that spoke of mutual trust, a rare and fragile moment between man and beast. But what happened next was nothing short of astonishing. After finishing her meal, the alligator did the unthinkable. The man placed his hand on her rough, scaled head, and to everyone's shock, she closed her eyes. It was as if she was expressing gratitude, an act filled with raw emotion. For a moment, she seemed almost vulnerable, her demeanor reminiscent of a dolphin showing affection to humans. This rare interaction was a profound reminder that even creatures we often fear can display emotions that connect us to the natural world in ways we never imagined. It was a moment of awe, trust, and silent understanding. Some animals are always friendly, smart, and even show more affection than humans do towards each other. Can you guess which animals these might be? Dolphins' sweet kisses. Humans and dolphins share a special bond filled with both playful and caring moments. Sometimes these interactions feel deeper, almost like a soul connection. Dolphins have been known to guide lost swimmers or share joyful moments, showing unspoken love and trust. On a sunny day, two female trainers sat outside the pool with a friendly dolphin. The dolphin swam over to them, excited to be with its human friends. The first trainer leaned down to greet the dolphin, and to her surprise, the dolphin gently kissed her on the lips. The trainer laughed, enjoying the dolphin's affection. After the first kiss, the dolphin made a happy sound, almost as if saying, "I want to do it again." It then moved to the second trainer and kissed her on the lips, just like it did with the first one. The trainers smiled and giggled, clearly enjoying the dolphin's playful behavior. But the dolphin didn't stop there. It kept going back and forth, giving each trainer a kiss on the lips, one after the other. Each time, the dolphin made a cute sound, as if it was asking for more attention. The trainers laughed and gave the dolphin gentle pets, happy to share this special moment with it. The dolphin seemed to enjoy the attention and continued its playful kisses, moving back and forth between the trainers. It was clear the dolphin was happy, and the trainers were happy too. The love and trust between them were obvious, and the dolphin's kisses were just a simple, sweet way of showing affection. It was a beautiful moment, showing how strong the bond can be between humans and animals. The trainers and the dolphin shared a special connection, and these little kisses were a perfect example of that friendship. However, not every animal is hostile, and not everyone can be trusted either. While some show kindness and connection, others can be unpredictable, especially large animals like elephants when they are angry. The elephant's destructive run. Early one morning, a huge elephant charged into a quiet village of Kerala, a city in India, its heavy steps shaking the ground. The villagers woke up to the sound of destruction as the elephant crashed through the streets. It kicked over everything it saw, carts, fences, and even small buildings. The air was filled with the sound of breaking wood and shattered glass. People ran in panic, shouting and trying to find safety, but the elephant was unstoppable. It moved through the village like a storm, leaving chaos behind. This man on a motorbike saw the elephant and decided to approach it. He raced his engine, hoping to get close enough to guide the animal away. But the moment the elephant saw him, it turned and charged straight toward him. The man's heart raced as the giant beast ran towards him, its massive legs pounding the ground. In a flash, the man jumped off his bike and ran as fast as he could, fear pushing him forward. The bike was left behind, forgotten in the face of danger. The elephant, now focused on the man's escape, stopped for a moment, but soon it turned and headed for a nearby house. With a loud crash, it smashed through the walls, sending bricks and wood flying everywhere. The house crumbled under the elephant's power. The villagers watched, frozen in fear, as the animal continued its rampage. It seemed nothing could stop it. The destruction was terrifying, and no one knew when or how it would end. Encounters with wild animals can be intense, but what happens when a large, powerful animal like a big cat turns hostile, even in the presence of its owner? The shock and fear that follow such an unexpected attack can be overwhelming. How would you react in such a moment when trust is shattered and survival instincts take over? Lion attacks toddler on TV show. During a live TV show, everything seemed to be going smoothly. The show featured a majestic lion calmly sitting among the hosts, guests, and even a child who was brought on stage, perhaps as part of the production. The lion, with its powerful presence and golden mane, appeared peaceful, almost regal. The audience watched with awe, believing this to be a rare display of trust between humans and one of the wild's most feared predators. But suddenly, without any warning or apparent reason, the lion's demeanor shifted. In an instant, it lunged toward the child, its powerful muscles propelling it forward with a terrifying speed. Chaos erupted as the host and others scrambled to react. A brave individual managed to grab hold of the lion, pulling it away and freeing the child from its grasp. The sudden attack left the audience and crew in stunned silence as the reality of the danger they had faced sank in. The child, now safe but visibly shaken, burst into tears, the trauma of the encounter evident in their sobs. The shock of the moment served as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of wild animals, no matter how tame they may seem. While some animals can show signs of affection and calmness, others, especially large predators, can turn without warning. This incident left a lasting impact, showing just how quickly trust can shatter and how unpredictable interactions with wildlife can be. While many animals are inherently dangerous, some, like bulls, seem friendly and domesticated. Yet when provoked, they can erupt into an uncontrollable wild fury that can catch anyone off guard and pose danger. Bull's brutal attack on a car. Chaos broke out as a bull, wild and furious, ran down the street, charging at anything in its path. The huge animal's hooves thundered on the pavement, sending people scattering in every direction. The bull's eyes were wide with panic or anger, and it seemed unstoppable, out of control. Suddenly, it spotted a car parked on the side of the road. Without warning, the bull charged at it with terrifying speed. Inside the car, the people froze in fear, realizing too late what was happening. With a violent crash, the bull slammed into the car, its powerful horns slamming into the metal, shaking the whole vehicle. The car rocked as the bull kicked it again and again, its hooves scraping against the sides, denting the doors and windows. The people inside screamed in panic, their voices echoing through the street as they desperately shouted for help. The sound of the bull's horns hitting the car was deafening, each strike filled with pure force. The car shook under the brutal attack, and for a moment it felt like the bull would tear it apart. The people inside pressed themselves against the seats, terrified and helpless, praying the bull would stop before it could cause more damage. Then, just as quickly as it had started, the bull stopped. It stood there, breathing heavily as if deciding what to do next. For a moment, there was complete silence. Then, as if losing interest, the bull turned and walked away from the car. The people inside, still shaken, watched in disbelief as the animal moved off down the road. They were safe, but their hearts were racing, knowing how close they had come to disaster. It was a close call, and the terror of the moment would stay with them for a long time. How can the same creatures that show affection turn into forces of pure chaos in the blink of an eye? Snake strikes as man opens his door. When it comes to snakes, they are never truly friendly. If they feel threatened, their instincts take over and they strike quickly to defend themselves. It was just another normal evening when a man returned home. He parked his car outside his house and walked up to the door, feeling relieved to be home. He took his keys out, unlocked the door, and pushed it open, expecting to step into the comfort of his house. But as soon as the door opened, something terrifying happened. Out of nowhere, a snake, hidden in the dark, attacked him. The man barely had time to react before the snake struck his face, sinking its sharp fangs into his skin. Pain shot through his face, and the man screamed in shock and agony. His hands flew to his face, trying to pull the snake off, but it was too quick. The snake quickly pulled back into the shadows, leaving the man frozen in horror. His face burned with pain, and he could feel the venom spreading through his body. He shouted in panic, not knowing what to do. His heart raced, and his mind was full of fear. He stumbled backwards, almost falling as he struggled to stay conscious. With shaking hands, he grabbed his phone and dialed emergency services, his voice filled with panic as he explained what had happened. The pain was unbearable, and the minutes seemed to drag on forever. He could feel the poison working through him, and all he could think about was getting help in time. Luckily, the paramedics arrived quickly. They rushed him to the hospital, where doctors worked fast to treat him. The man was in shock but survived, left shaken by the terrifying moment when a simple evening at home turned into a nightmare he would never forget. What happens when unexpected danger strikes from a powerful animal like a bear? Man and bear's funny escape. Sometimes even the most powerful animals can feel scared of humans and react dramatically. Just like in this clip, a bear casually strolled down a path in a more open area, not far from a residential neighborhood. The bear moved slowly, not in a hurry, as it wandered around, seemingly taking its time. At the same moment, a man was walking along the same path, coming around a corner without expecting to run into anything unusual. As he turned the corner, he froze in his tracks. Right in front of him, just a few feet away, was the bear. The two of them locked eyes, both equally surprised by the encounter. For a brief moment, neither the man nor the bear moved. They simply stared at each other, both caught off guard. The man's heart raced, his mind quickly running through what he should do next. The bear likewise seemed unsure, its calm demeanor shifting to alertness. Then, as if they both reached the same conclusion at the same time, the man turned around and sprinted back in the direction he came from.
Almost in perfect sync, the bear did the same, turning and running away in the opposite direction. It was a comical sight, both the man and the bear each fleeing from the other as if they had decided they weren't in the mood for an encounter after all. The whole scene, though tense at first, became unexpectedly funny to watch. It was a brief moment of surprise, with neither the man nor the bear willing to stick around for any further drama. After running a safe distance away, they both went their separate ways, both probably laughing at how quickly they'd turned tail and run. What if the bear was a polar bear and the man hadn't turned away at the same time? How dangerous could that encounter have been? Wild polar bear tries to break in. The polar bear was coming straight toward this man. At first, it ignored the nearby seal's breathing hole, heading directly for the man instead. The bear stopped for a moment, its massive nose twitching as it picked up his scent. A polar bear's sense of smell is thousands of times stronger than a human's. It wasn't just approaching, it was investigating, just like it would when stalking a seal. The man realized his scent was strongest at the weakest point, the small gap around the door. The bear began testing the gap, sniffing and pressing, its powerful body methodically trying from every angle. It wasn't just a creature of brute strength, it was smart, deliberate, and determined. For a moment, the man marveled at its raw power and intelligence. Polar bears are one of the few animals that see humans as prey. This realization sent chills down his spine. Suddenly, the bear's nose came so close that the man could have touched it. Its breath fogged the air between them, and he could feel the vibrations as it pressed against the surface. Each push from the bear was a reminder of its incredible strength. Yet every effort is made to use up precious energy. After a few more attempts, the bear seemed to decide it wasn't worth it. With a low grunt, it turned and slowly walked away. The man let out a shaky breath, his fear replaced by awe. He had been closer to a polar bear than he ever thought possible, but it was an experience he wasn't eager to repeat. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing moments from the animal kingdom. Stay tuned for more surprising and touching encounters, and we'll see you in the next video.